Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to our next topic of SSC Made Easy. We are doing algebra. We are trying to complete the different types. Now this is another type we are moving on, which is very commonly asked in the examinations, very favorite topic. This has been very common questions until now, but now because the trend has changed, cutoffs have increased, so these set of questions are not asked commonly nowadays, but this has ever been asked, so they can increase the difficulty level of this, but this is still the favorite area for SSC. So let's see what is that type. So this is our next type. Whatever we are doing on the 7th or 8th, I guess, I'm not sure, but just remember, in this we are dealing with x plus 1 by x that has different values starting from 2. So similarly in this we will try to cover when x plus 1 by x is 2, when x plus 1 by x is minus 2, when x plus 1 by x is minus 1, then plus 1, then root 3, minus root 3, and something like that. So this entirely we will try to cover this in this video, and rest we will try to see in the next one. Okay, so whenever you see any of such value x plus 1 by x is equals to 2, you have to straight away, we will write one equation, at the same time we will draw some inference, we will take some conclusion from that statement. So the conclusion will be our formula to solve any question which is asked. So let's say if we are given a value of x plus 1 by x is 2, so what inference, what conclusion we have to take from here? This concludes that x is equals to 1, and we will take this as our conclusion, and we will try to solve all the questions. Whenever this is given, we will consider this as the trick. Okay, now let's say how did this come. We'll see the solution of this. X plus 1 by x is equals to 2 is nothing else but x square plus 1 upon x is 2, x square plus 1 is 2x, x square minus 2x plus 1 is 0. This is x minus 1 the whole square formula, which is x minus 1 is 0, x is equals to 1. So this is how we have come down to the conclusion that x is equals to 1. Similarly, if it turns out to be minus 2, nothing else, here the values will change, it will be plus 2, plus 1, this will be minus 1. So similarly our inference will be x is equals to minus 1 if it is minus 2. So it will, everything else, the equation will remain the same. Okay, so these are our two conclusions. Whenever x plus 1 by x is 2, x is equals to 1, and whenever x plus 1 by x is minus 2, x is equals to minus 1, and we have seen how, right? So we'll see what are the different type of questions which are asked in the examinations pertaining to this. Okay, so let's see the past year questions based on this. First question, x raised to 11 plus 1 upon x raised to 11 is what? X square plus x plus 1 is what? X raised to 112 minus 1 upon x raised to 111 is what? X minus 2 raised to 11 plus 1 upon x minus 2 raised to 11 is what? And m plus 1 upon m minus 2 is 4. Find m minus 2 raised to 18 is 1 upon m minus 2 raised to 17 is what? Alright, so these are the different type of questions which are asked. As we know, x plus 1 by x is 2. This is when x plus 1, we are doing this. This is not given yet. When x plus 1 by x is given as 2, then find. Question will be asked like this. Find. So we know that x is equals to 1. When x is 1, x raised to 11 means 1 raised to 11, which will also be 1. 1 raised to 11 will be 1, so it is 1 plus 1, 2. Similarly here, 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. 1 minus 1, 0. This is x is 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 1 raised to 11. Odd power, so it becomes minus 1 plus. Again 1 upon minus 1 raised to 11, odd power, which is minus 1. So minus 1, answer is minus 2. Odd power, even power is what? Minus 1 raised to 1 is minus 1. Minus 1 square is 1. Minus 1 cube is again minus 1. So whenever the power is even, number will be positive. Whenever the power is odd, number will be negative. You just have to remember that. Now here it is slightly tricky or changed. M plus 1 upon m minus 2 is equals to 4. Then find this. We have asked to find this, which means we have to first try to convert it into this. So we'll make it m minus 2 plus 1 upon m minus 2, minus 2 here, minus 2 here also. So it becomes 2. It is of the form a plus 1 by a, x plus 1 by x is 2, which means m minus 2 is 1, so m becomes 3. When m is 3, they have asked this. M minus 2 is 3 minus 2 raised to 18 plus 1 upon 3 minus 2 raised to 17, which is 1 plus 1, which is 2 is the answer. I hope you have understood it. It is the simplest possible equation or a sum that could ever be asked in any examination. So this is what is commonly been asked till now. Okay, similarly, hope you have taken a screenshot. On continuation with this, m minus 2 raised to 18 plus 1 upon m minus 2 raised to, this is done, m minus 4 raised to 17 plus 1 upon m minus 4 raised to 19. So we have got in the same question, if they can also ask this, so we have got the value m as 3. So 3 minus 4, which is minus 1 raised to 17 plus 1 upon minus 1 raised to 19. Odd power, minus 1, answer is minus 2. Okay. Also, this is one question. One more question. M square plus m plus 1 will be what? It's nothing else but 3 square plus 3 plus 1. That becomes your answer. 3 3s are 9. 9 plus 4, 13 will be your answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next type. Same thing where it was now, till now here it was plus 1. Now the value is going to be minus 1. And rest everything remains the same. X plus 1 by x is now minus 2. So we have to draw the conclusion that x is equals to minus 1. So now this is over. Let's see what are the type of questions. we won't waste time, and I'll just write the type of questions. When x plus 1 by x, now this is over, when x plus 1 by x is minus 2, then find x raised to 11 plus 1 upon x raised to 13, 1 plus x square plus x cube plus x raised to 4. Another question, m plus 1 by m plus 2 is minus 4. Find m plus 2 raised to 17 plus 1 upon m plus 2 raised to 18. X plus 2 raised to 15 plus 1 upon x plus 2 raised to 15. These are the 4 different type of questions we'll be doing in this similar manner. We just have to put the value as x as minus 1. So minus 1 raised to 11 plus 1 upon minus 1 raised to 13. Odd power, so it's minus 1, answer is minus 2. Similarly over here, 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1. Alright, so answer is 1. Similarly, we'll add here m plus 2 plus 2. So it becomes minus 2. M plus 2 plus 1 upon m minus 2 becomes minus 2. It becomes of the form x plus 1 by x is equals to minus 2, which implies m plus 2 is minus 1. So m becomes minus 3. Substitute the value of m over here. So minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1 raised to 17 plus 1 upon minus 1 raised to 18. So it is odd power, even power, minus 1 plus 1, answer is 0. Similarly over here, minus 3 plus 2 raised to 15, which is minus 1 raised to 15 plus 1 upon minus 1 raised to 15. So minus 1, minus 2 is the answer. Alright, so this is how it has been asked, this is how we had to solve, and this is how simple it has ever been. So recently such type of questions have been stopped. So if it is asked again, it would be on the similar lines. They can't change it. Alright, so let's move on to the next type. I hope you are getting the points, the things, the strategy, the questions, the type, the everything. Because till now whatever has been taught, nothing was rocket science, nothing was too difficult, nothing was too difficult to understand. Right? Everything till now has been simple, has been made as simple as possible. So please ensure you give your best and you try to score the maximum. Okay, so we are moving on to the next topic. Sorry, not next topic, but the next type. We have seen x plus 1 by x is minus 2 and 2. Now x plus 1 by x when it is 1. And after that we'll see when x plus 1 by x is minus 1. Conclusion is x cube is, along with this we will draw one more conclusion. X cube will be minus 1. This is the first conclusion that I have to draw. And why is this? I will show you the proof of it. This is nothing else but x square plus 1 by x is 1, x square plus 1 is x, x square minus x plus 1 is 0. So this is nothing else but we can call it as, rather than we can doing this, we can also do it as in this term let us multiply it by x. So it becomes x cube plus x is equals to x square, and if you add this, x cube plus 1 plus x cube x square plus 1 plus x cube plus x is equals to x plus x square. So it is nothing else, x square and x square is cut, this is cut, x cube plus 1 is 0, x cube is minus 1. This is the kind of a proof of it. Now same thing, if this had to be minus 1, and same thing it will become x cube as 1. This we'll see once we are doing that. So whenever you see x plus 1 by x is 1, you have to remember that x cube is minus 1. Now x cube is equals to minus 1 can be written as x cube plus 1 is 0. What is the value of 1? We can write it as x cube plus x raised to 0 as 0. Anything raised to 0 is 1. So I have written 1 as x raised to 0. From here there is one more conclusion that I can draw, is that whenever there is an addition of two powers of x, two values of two variables of x, whenever there is an addition of two variables of x whose difference of the powers or the degrees is 3, then sum is 0. Not understood? No problem. When difference of powers or degree of two variables is 3, then their sum is 0. This is one conclusion, this is second conclusion. These two conclusions I have to draw whenever I see x plus 1 by x is 1. How is this going to help us in solving the questions? We will see to it when we see the related questions which are asked. So what is the conclusion? First, x cube is minus 1. Second, whenever there is a difference of powers as 3, then their sum is 0. We'll see how it helps us to solve the problem. The two conclusions are x cube is minus 1 and difference of powers then 3, then sum is 0. Okay, let's see the question. X raised to 101 plus x raised to 98 plus x raised to 50 plus x raised to 47 plus x raised to 12 is to 9 plus x raised to 3. When x plus 1 by x is 1, then find, this is asked. Okay, so when x plus 1 by x is 1, we know that x cube is minus 1, and we also know that difference of power. What is the difference of power between these two terms? It is 3. Difference of power between these two is 3, and we know that whenever the difference of power is 3, so their sum is going to be 0. So this sum and this sum is 0. This is 0. Difference is 3. This is 0. X cube. So we'll write the values. This becomes 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus what is x cube? minus 1 plus 4. 3 is your answer. I hope you have got it. Let's see another one. X raised to 66 plus x raised to 54 plus x raised to 42 plus x raised to 18 plus x raised to 6 plus 1. And this is given when x plus 1 by x is 1, then find. Alright, so once it is x plus 1 by x is 1, then x cube becomes minus 1. What is the difference between the powers? It is of course not 3. So what do we do? This can be written as x raised to 66 can be written as x raised to 3 into 22 plus x raised to 3 into 18. X raised to 3 x raised to 3 into 3 14, x raised to 3 into 6 plus x raised to 3 into 2 plus 1. What is x raised to cube? Is minus 1. Minus 1 raised to 22 will be what? Odd or even? This is even, so it will be 1. Minus 1 raised to even will be 1. Minus 1 raised to even will be 1. Minus 1 raised to even will be 1. Will be 1. 1. So 6 is your answer. Alright, simple, straightforward, and you have to be just slightly careful while solving it so that you don't do any silly mistake. Okay, let's move on. I hope you may get a little confidence after doing these sums, because this is the only area where almost everyone scores full. So at least this area you should be highly confident on. On the same lines, x plus 1 by x is 1, then x raised to 60, 1 upon x raised to 60, x raised to 78 plus 1 upon x raised to 78, x raised to 14 plus 1 upon x raised to 14. X raised to 10 plus 1 upon x raised to 10. Now in order to do this, there are n number of options. X, we know that x cube will be minus 1. X cube is minus 1, so x cube raised to 20, 1 upon x cube raised to 20. Okay, so it's minus 1 raised to 20, minus 1 raised to 20. Similarly over here, it's x raised to 3 into 26 plus 1 upon x raised to 3 into 26. This is what? This can be written as, let's first talk about this. There are two ways of doing it. First, look at this. Either it is a multiple of something, or it has to be closest to the multiple, if not equal. So this x raised to x raised to 3, this can be written as x raised to 3 into x raised to 3, which is x raised to 9, into x raised to 1, which becomes x raised to 10. Similarly, So this will become minus 1 cube, which is minus 1, into x, which is minus x, plus 1 upon same thing over here, x raised to 10 is coming down to be minus x. So minus common, x plus 1 by x. X plus 1 by x we are given as 1. Answer is minus 1. Alright. Same thing over here. This can be written as x raised to 15 upon x plus 1 upon x raised to 15 upon x. This is also one and the same thing. X raised to 15 is x raised to 3 raised to 5 upon x raised to 3 raised to 5 upon x. This is nothing else but minus 1 in odd upon x plus 1 upon minus 1 in odd upon x. It is nothing else but minus 1 by x plus minus of x, which is minus 1 common, x plus 1 by x, which is minus of minus 1. Sorry, this is plus 1. So this becomes minus 1 is your answer. So this is how we are solving if it is the closest to 14 to the multiple. This is direct multiple, so we have taken directly the multiplication of it. Now if someone who is confused with the power related formulas, it is a raised to m into n is equals to a raised to m into n. A raised to m into a raised to n is equals to a raised to m plus n. A raised to m divided by a raised to n is a raised to m minus n. These were a few basics. I hope you all know. If you don't know, just go through it. So this is how, this is the maximum type of question that can be asked from this type. So we have covered 1, 2, 3, 4 such questions, and previously also 4 such questions were there. So around 8 questions are covered on this type, so which is much more than enough. Now let's move on to the replica of it, which is x plus 1 by x is minus 1. Alright, hope you have taken a note. Let's move. Okay, so it's now minus 1. X plus 1 by x is nothing else but minus 1 this time. When it is minus 1, I told you that x cube will be equals to 1. This is the first conclusion. X cube is equals to 1. This is now first conclusion that we have to take. And the second conclusion that we have to take is difference of power. Again it will be 3, but it is slightly different. X cube minus x raised to 0 is 0. X cube minus 1 is 0, so x cube minus x raised to 0 is 0, which means difference of power is 3. This time it is not the sum, it is the difference. So difference of power when 3, then sum no, difference is 0. Alright? Alright? So this is a second conclusion, that whenever there is a difference of power as 3, then the sum, not sum, the difference will be 0. Let's see how it's going to be asked. Okay, all people doing their job. So are we. Okay. X plus 1 by x is minus 1. Then x raised to 15 plus 1 upon x raised to 15. What are the different type of questions? I'll just write over here. X raised to 18 plus 1 upon x raised to 18. X raised to 100 minus x raised to 97 plus x raised to 80 plus x raised to minus x raised to 77 plus x raised to 14 minus x raised to 11 plus x raised to 7 minus x raised to 4 minus x cube plus 1. Another question, x raised to 15 plus x raised to 12 plus x raised to 9 to 6 x cube plus 1. X raised to 23 plus 1 upon x raised to 23 is what? It is exactly the same how we did the last time. The moment it is x plus 1 by x is minus 1, so we get nothing else but x cube. We have drawn the inference of x cube is 1. When x cube is 1, so x raised to 15 can be written as x raised to 15 can be written as x raised to 5 into 3, x raised to 5 into 3, which is 1 cube plus 1 by 1 cube, 1 plus 1, which is 2. X raised to 3 into 6 plus 1 upon x cube to 6, 1 raised to 6 plus 1 upon 1 raised to 6, 2. Now difference of powers is 3, then the difference is 0. This is 3. This is 3. This is 3. So 0, 0, 0. Minus of x cube is minus 1 plus 1, which is 0. Because it is x cube is 1, so minus of x cube will be minus 1. Similarly over here, it is x raised cube raised to 5, x cube 4, cube raised to 3, x cube is to square, x cube 1 plus 1. This is nothing else but 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 6. It's x raised to 24 upon x, which is nothing else but x raised to 3 into 8, which is going to be 1 upon x. Similarly over here it is plus x. So x plus 1 by x is minus 1. So that's how the questions are going to be asked. That's how the solution would be. Alright, so we are yet to cover two more types, wherein we will cover when x plus 1 by x is pertaining to root 3 and some more additions to that. Because in examinations this is what is asked. If it's straightforward, this will fetch you definitely, by default it will give you good marks. But there are some more types which we are yet to cover. When x plus 1 by x is root 2, x plus 1 by x is something else, one value, then what is x square plus 1 by x square, x cube plus 1 by x cube, whole of it. So one more or two more type of this, and then we'll be done with this type. Alright, so stay tuned for now. Please make sure you practice a lot and wait for the next one. We'll cover the entire syllabus at the earliest. That's it for now. Thank you.